Have you ever wrestled with the idea that religion, might make people passive, almost like it absolves them of personal responsibility? It's a pretty common critique, right? Religion, especially Christianity, is often seen as, a set of rules and rituals that can sometimes, I think, stifle freedom and creativity. The book argues that, genuine faith, a faith that's rooted in a deep understanding of scripture, actually empowers individuals. It's not about, you know, blindly accepting things as they are. It's more about understanding the unique gifts and talents that, who God has given you, and then using those gifts and the talents to make a real difference in the world. And to really drive this point home, the book shares this really powerful story. It's about a Christian man who's living in a predominantly Muslim community. And his actions, guided by his faith, were so different, so genuinely kind and impactful that they really sparked curiosity among his neighbor. They wanted to know what his secret was. And that's the thing about genuine faith. It just shines through. It inspires others, and it can be a catalyst for positive change. But there's another layer to this whole idea of responsibility, one that goes beyond just individual actions. Objections Overruled really digs into this concept of a worldview. You see, everyone operates from a set of core beliefs, a framework that shapes how we see the world and how we make decisions. And our worldview deeply influences even those choices that we think are, purely rational. So if religion forms that foundation of our worldview, it's going to shape how we approach responsibility in every area of life. Our work relationships, how we spend our free time, everything. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of it all and understanding that our choices, big or small, have a ripple effect on the world around us. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Objections Overruled makes this bold claim: the world is not self-explanatory. It requires a cause. The book uses this analogy of a computer program. You wouldn't assume that a complex program just appeared out of thin air, right? You'd understand that it required a programmer, someone with the intelligence and intention to create it. In the same way, the book argues the intricate design of the universe, from the laws of physics to the complexity of life, all points to a creator, to God. And this is a crucial point because it directly challenges that idea that religion makes people passive. If there is a God who created everything, who gave us life and purpose, that changes everything about how we view our role in the world. It moves us from, passive observers to active participants entrusted with a responsibility to understand and care for God's creation. So we've been really exploring how Objections Overruled this idea that religion makes people passive. And what's been really striking to me is how the book kind of turns this objection on its head. It argues that a biblically grounded faith actually amplifies our sense of responsibility. Think about it. If we truly believe that we are created by God, that He has a plan and purpose for our lives, doesn't that make our choices more meaningful? Suddenly, it's not just about what we want or what feels good in the moment. It's about, understanding those unique gifts and talents that God has given us and using them to make a positive impact on the world. The book really emphasizes this idea that everything we have is a gift from God. Our time, our talents, our resources, even our very lives, they're all entrusted to us for a reason. Objections Overruled uses this really powerful phrase: we are God's property bought with a price not our own. Now, I know the word property can sound a bit jarring, in our modern context, but stick with me here because the book unpacks this in a really insightful way. It's not about God being some kind of tyrannical owner, controlling our every move. It's more about recognizing that we belong to something so much bigger than ourselves, that our lives have this deeper significance because we are part of God's story. And this understanding has some pretty profound implications for how we live.